Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Let's imagine you work for the U.S. government in Havana, Cuba, and you experience this inexplicable episode.
There was incredible pressure and pain in my head and my ears.
Many of your colleagues are experiencing the exact same thing, and nobody in the U.S. government seems to know what it is or what's causing it. I'm Adam Entis.
And I'm John Lee Anderson. From Vice World News, this is Havana Syndrome.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what happened on Friday and what we're doing today?
Well, they were trying to rebuild the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and some busybodies decided that they wanted to tattle on them,
Mm-hmm.
and so they went and tattled on them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they got the temple built or not, but they're being tattled on for sure.
Yeah, and guys were like, but Cyrus said we could.
Right.
And then the busybodies were like, you know what? I'm not sure. Let's go see if Cyrus actually did.
Yeah, you just
Look that
go
up.
get those fucking documents pulled.
Let's see the notes on that.
Right.
Show me those receipts.
So they're trying to find the documents.
The receipts.
The receipts.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Ezra chapter 5.
Sure as fuck was.
And today, even though we're still sick a little bit,
we are doing Ezra chapter 6.
That's right. Let's get into this.
Okie dokie. Okay, Ezra chapter 6.
Okay.
Just for the record, this will mark the end of the first half of this book, which sounds odd because it's only 10 chapters.
10 chapters, huh?
Chimney, 10 chapters. Yeah, it's 10 chapters. So you would think 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. But the first 6 chapters deal with one thing, and then...
Oh, and then there's a separate subject.
And
in
then
the last
7
okay.
through 10 is something else.
Got it.
So we're about to finish the first half
Got it.
of the book.
The first portion of the book.
Well, the book is split into 2 halves, not 2 even halves necessarily.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Got
we
it.
have finished the first even half already, but now we're actually finishing the first half
Got it.
as sectioned off.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So, Ezra chapter 6. King Darius then issued an order, and they searched in the archives, stored.
What the fuck?
I'm sick. I'm not doing good. My words can't come out right. Shut your face. Stored in the treasury at Babylon. Remember, Jesus Christ. Darius is kind of on their side. So Darius is like, we're going to find those records. I'm going to show you. Because, they're going to start rebuilding. They're going to pick up where they left off.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
A scroll was found in the citadel of Ecbatana in the province of Media.
Let's go with Medea.
Medea.
I like Medea, yeah.
Like the Tyler Perry movies.
Sure.
Okay. And this was written on it. Memorandum. In the first year of King Cyrus, The king issued a decree concerning the temple of God in Jerusalem, let the temple be rebuilt as a place to present sacrifices, and let its foundations be laid. It is to be 60 cubits high and 60 cubits wide. Here we go. With 3 courses of large stones and 1 of timbers. They were like, we didn't need all the fucking details. We just wanted to know, did he or didn't he say?
To build it? Okay,
yeah,
we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
The costs are to be paid by the royal treasury. Also, the gold and silver articles of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took from the temple in Jerusalem and brought to Babylon, are to be returned to their places in the temple of Jerusalem.
We already knew all this.
We know it, right? But they're reading what Cyrus wrote.
Now, here's the document.
Yep, and Darius is like, see?
It's true.
They are to be deposited in the house of God. Now then, Tatani, governor of Trans-Euphrates, and Shethar-Bozenai, and you other officials of that province, you stay away from there, guys. Do not interfere with the work on this temple of God.
Yeah.
Let the governor of the Jews and the Jewish elders rebuild this fucking house of God on its site.
Yeah, they got it. They got it, man.
Yeah. Moreover, I hereby decree what you are to do for these elders of the Jews in the construction of this house of God.
Oh.
Okay. Their expenses are to be fully paid out of the royal fucking treasury.
Oh, damn.
From the revenues of Trans-Euphrates.
What?
So that the work will not fucking stop.
Wow.
Okay?
So it's kind of bad that these Karens interrupted. They're like, now they're like, oh shit, now we got to pay these fuckers.
Yeah, you should have
just keep your mouth shut.
And maybe they would have just built it. And,
right?
And now they're going to build it and get money too.
Yeah.
Whatever is needed, the document continues.
Whatever.
Young bulls.
I might take advantage of that.
I would.
Let's see.
We weren't the ones that went and got all Karen on you, so yeah. Young bulls, rams, male lambs for burnt offerings to the God of heaven, and wheat, salt, wine, and olive oil, as requested by the priests in Jerusalem, must be given them daily.
Wow.
Without fail.
Wow.
So that they may offer sacrifices pleasing to the God of heaven and pray for the well-being of the king and his sons.
Man, they got to bankroll this God.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Furthermore, there's more.
Further
fucking more. I decree that if anyone defies this edict, a beam is to be pulled from their fucking house and they are to be impaled on it.
Jesus Christ.
So, y'all sure you want to fucking ask questions?
Well, I mean, Cyrus isn't in charge anymore. Technically, the king could probably be like, you know what? There's a fire over there, and just burn that.
Right, but Darius wasn't the one arguing it, though.
Right.
So, Darius is pulling this out, and he's like, actually, guys.
Right.
And for this crime, their house is to be made a fucking pile of rubble.
Man.
So again, I ask, are you sure you want to ask questions?
I mean, it sounds like you don't. Yeah.
May God, who has caused his name to dwell there, overthrow any king or people who lifts a hand to change this decree or to destroy this temple in Jerusalem.
Man.
I, Darius, have decreed it. See?
Oh, Darius decreed it.
Darius is now like, boom, bitches.
Right.
Let it be carried out with diligence. See?
Okay.
Darius found the papers and added his 2 cents to it.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Then, because of the decree King Darius had sent, Tatani, governor of Trans-Euphrates, and Shethar-Bozenai and their associates carried it out with diligence. So the elders of the Jews continued to build and prosper under the preaching of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah, a descendant of Iddo. They finished building the temple according to the command of the God of Israel and the decrees of Cyrus, Darius, and
Artaxerxes. Got it.
Kings of Persia. Remember, there was Xerxes, and this is Artaxerxes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. The temple was completed on the 3rd day of the month of Adar in the 6th year of the reign of King Darius. Okay?
Yeah.
Then the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the rest of the exiles.
Did they all gather there?
They celebrated the dedication of the house of God with joy.
Oh.
I bet they did.
I mean, they had free shit.
Yeah.
They had all the food and wine and whatever they can handle.
I'd be celebrating too.
Right.
For the dedication of this house of God, they offered 100 bulls, 200 rams, 400 male lambs, and as a sin offering for all Israel, 12 male goats,
Wow.
one for each of the tribes of Israel.
Huh.
And they installed the priests in their divisions and the Levites in their groups for the service of God at Jerusalem, according to what is written in the book of Moses.
Wow.
On the 14th day of the first month, the exiles celebrated the Passover. Damn, this was a big day for them.
It was.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the excitement.
Right.
The priests and Levites had purified themselves and were all ceremonially clean.
Well, that's good.
The Levites slaughtered the Passover lamb. That word slaughtered always bothers me.
Yeah.
Even in a quote-unquote godly sense.
Right. They just kind of like chuck it out there.
Yeah. They slaughtered the fuck out of the Passover lamb for all the exiles, for their relatives, the priests, and for themselves. So the Israelites who had returned from the exile ate it, together with all who had separated themselves from the unclean practices of their Gentile neighbors in order to seek the Lord, the God of Israel. For 7 days they celebrated with joy the festival of unleavened bread, because the Lord had filled them with joy by changing the attitude of the king of Assyria so that he assisted them in the work on the house of God, the God of Israel. The end.
I thought it was more the decree that the previous guy. I mean,
yeah,
it didn't sound like the king was all that against it, really. He just was like,
well, no, the king of Assyria assisted. Not the Persian king.
Okay.
The Persian king Darius was like,
got it.
Are you sure you want to ask questions? Because
Right.
I found the documents, motherfucker.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then the king of Assyria was like,
Oh, shit.
Here's
Okay.
some fucking lambs or whatever. Sorry, my bad.
Right, right.
I don't need no beams pulled out of my house.
And stuck through me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No impaling here.
All right. Well, that was, they got the temple built.
They got it built,
Yeah.
and they celebrated Passover and whatever.
Right, right. Good
Yeah.
times. They're back in their places.
Yeah,
So,
and my voice is going out, so
I noticed.
we finished this just in time.
So that was Ezra chapter 6.
Sure as fuck
and
was.
assuming wife still has a voice, we'll be back tomorrow with...
Ezra chapter 7.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Let's imagine you work for the U.S. government in Havana, Cuba, and you experience this inexplicable episode.
There was incredible pressure and pain in my head and my ears.
Many of your colleagues are experiencing the exact same thing, and nobody in the U.S. government seems to know what it is or what's causing it. I'm Adam Entis.
And I'm John Lee Anderson. From Vice World News, this is Havana Syndrome.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.